Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. I'm your host Wally, and today we are in Fort Worth on the Texas Lakes and Prairies Trail, taking a look at the Stockyards Museum. Now, this is a pretty cool little museum that's inside of the Stockyards building. You come here, it's one of the main buildings that's in the area, and it showcases some of the great architecture from back then when they first built it. And then it has a cool little museum in one of the rooms, which has a lot of information about the area and the history of the stockyards. And I like this carriage, it looks pretty cool. I always wonder with those big wheels, like how easily they would crack. But there it is, that's the Fort Worth Stockyards Museum. And it's voted a favorite museum. And once you go in there, it's got a whole bunch of little knickknacks, artifacts of local history. And I've always thought local history was one of the most important histories there is to preserve because it saves history that is important to the area, history that makes the area what it is, and the people and their values and their hopes and their dreams. It's all stored here in the local history museums. So if you ever see a small, tiny little museum as you're driving around, visit it. Not only will you be enlightened and find out about life back then, but you will also get to know the area and its people more and get to appreciate people and what they went through in order to settle down and start a city and build roads and houses and hospitals and buildings and court buildings and establish all these resources and services. And like, there's a lot that goes into making sure a small tiny little town thrives into a big old metropolis like what happened with Fort Worth. Also, you always find weird stuff like canned beef steaks, delicious, and this weird looking coyote that's kind of like shocked, like, what? You want my head for what? And like I said, I always enjoy seeing some of the artifacts that they have, and like, even though some of these artifacts I've seen a billion times coming to these small little museums, you always find some that are interesting and some that are specific to that area. You may see a saddle, but you may not know that that saddle belonged to one of the most important people of that area. Also, that's a longhorn, and I don't like droopy longhorns. That's just me, though. So, see, artifacts that are important to the history of Texas. And then I ran across this light bulb, this slowly burning light bulb. It's the world's second longest burning light bulb. So now I wonder where the first one is. But it's been burning for a long time, and there it is. It's still on. It hasn't been turned off in 116 years. That's a long time to have the lights on. I wonder what the electricity bill of that has been. But I like quirky stuff like that you find in small little towns and small little local museums. Of course, they have a gift shop, and then you get to look at the Texas Trail of Fame, all the people that have done cow things to be important to cows and the cow industry. And then you can go back out into the madness of the Fort Worth Stockyards. It's all pretty cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.